What is up, my friends? I forgot to change my camera to autofocus, so my face is blurry like the whole time, sorry. I hope you're having a good day. If not, I'm hoping I can bring a little joy to your day. And today, well, I need to film because I low-key have to post in like 2 days, and I don't have that much time to edit. So I kind of need to film. But this thing has been kind of on my mind recently for a while. And it's about a commentary culture. Whoa, my face is overexposed. Hold on. The commentary culture on YouTube and on what I'm mainly gonna focus on is the commentary culture on short form content. First up, let's talk about the commentary culture on YouTube. Now, to be honest, I watch a lot of commentary on YouTube. I'm subscribed to several commentary YouTubers. The reason I am subscribed to them is that they're not very problematic. They're not problematic, honestly, at all, I think. We'll see, I also don't have any other social media besides YouTube and Pinterest. So that's kind of where I get my news from. Besides the pop culture references my friends make, I'm basically living under a rock. So that's kind of my reliable news source. The thing is about the people that I watch, they give good commentary and they explain the context surrounding the clip or the person that they're talking about or whatever, and they're trying to fit in multiple perspectives around theirs. And what they're doing is sharing their perspective and also kind of connecting other perspectives to help you kind of formulate your own idea about what is going on with that person or with that celebrity or with that situation. That's the kind of thing that I love. And that is what YouTube, a long form content allows people to do. However, with short form content, it's much harder to get in depth about a situation or a person or a celebrity or a scandal in like a minute and 30 seconds. What these people tend to do with short form content is they try and make it seem like they have multiple perspectives and make it seem like their argument is beefed up by dramatizing it. A lot of the time, and this isn't true for everybody, like, I know this isn't true for everybody. I know there are a lot of truthful people on the internet. Basically, what's happening is misinformation. Oh, disclaimer, this is all opinion. Like, I don't have any facts. So, low-key a hypocrite, but whatever. Because, like, this is kind of common knowledge that, like, we low-key know what's going on, but we're just choosing to avoid confronting it. Usually, their claim to fame is just that. And this is the biggest problem that I have with these people is all they do is get into other people's butts. Like, their whole content creation career, all of the money that they get is just off of making up drama. And I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Most of them probably are based off of a true story. But the big problem is these few creators, I promise, I know it's not the majority of people, but these few creators have such a big impact because people are drawn to drama. Like, no matter how much you say, oh, I don't like drama, you kind of do. It's in the human brain is supposed to want to be involved, is supposed to want to know what's going on, to know all the tea. Those types of creators are digging into that fact, and they're trying to get money, get views, get likes, get popularity from the short little videos that they make, ramping up a situation that doesn't even matter. That's my biggest concern or comment on those types of commentary. Like, again, I'm not gonna call anybody out personally because I just don't care enough to give you like resources or anything, but we know that there's that kind of person. Another thing is those types of people, not the good commentary people, but those types of people usually tend to be stealing the content that they're creating. So that's another problem. It's also just like the problem I have with the consumer of those types of content. What do you get out of it? Like, I personally don't understand it. It's like you're just watching a guy or a girl or them, whoever, up in like a corner of another video, and they're just like stealing their content, and they're just being like, wow, that's so cool, or ew, that's gross. That's not, that's kind of shying away from commentary, because commentary literally means like talking about it and explaining it, but there's like sort of reaction culture as well. There's like so many reacting people who are mostly probably just for like kids, but it's still like, I would classify that as brain rot, especially if you're like making it for kids. Why would they want to watch that? They don't need to watch some scandal about a celebrity that you're just like stealing content from. Like, who? It is brain rot, in my opinion. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to just make this video short and sweet because it's a topic I've been wanting to talk about, but I don't really have much else to say on it because I'm not an expert. I haven't done any research. It's all my opinion. So take this all with a grain of salt. This is kind of the point. The reason I made this video is be careful who you trust on the internet. That sounds like completely common knowledge, but just coming from another teen, another young person, take everything with a grain of salt. And if you are the research type, if you want to look it up, you can look it up and see if it's true or not. And then, I don't know, have that information. That was kind of the point in bringing to attention that type of content and maybe question your favorite content creators. See if they're being more problematic than they are bringing up an issue and addressing it and being polite about it and being... See, okay, this is kind of my criteria for a good commentary content creator. For a good commentary holy cow, there's so many C's. For a good creator like that, they usually seem like, when you watch their videos, they seem well-spoken because they're explaining everything around the context and they're taking into account other people's perspectives. So the main thing is, if they seem pretty well-spoken, it means they know the problem that they're talking about, at least a little, and they're doing their best to address as many perspectives in the multiverse as they can. Another one is if their whole personality seems to be based on what other people think of that situation. If every single one of their videos is based off of another person's opinion of that scandal or situation, that's a red flag. Because at least a few videos gotta be like them having their own opinion, because why else would they make a freaking video? If they don't have their own opinion, they're just stealing the content of the other person. So those are the main two things. And also if they just seem like a nice person, I don't know. There's a lot, people can lie all the time. That just happened to me. I thought my best friend was my best friend and she was not. So don't need to talk about that, but just take that with a grain of salt. But if they seem like a nice person, if they're not bringing down the people in the situation that are the good guys, that didn't make any sense. But if they're trying not to be super like destructive of the situation and just trying to dig their claws in just for money, just like kind of just vibe it out. Yeah, it's really easy to lie, especially if they're like doing a bunch of editing, if they're performing to the camera, like it is kind of hard, but that's another point. So well-spoken, they know their stuff, they've done their research, they have multiple perspectives, they formulate their own opinion of the situation, and just kind of vibe it out. Anyways, I am no expert, again, so honestly, you don't have to take me for serious. That's not a sentence, but you know what I mean. Yeah, but I just kind of wanted to address that and bring attention to that type of thing. Anyways, that's that. I hope you had a good time watching this. I hope I maybe improved your day a little talking to you. And maybe you could come back and see me again soon. I post every Wednesday. So, yeah. Love you. Goodbye.